Hey everyone! Today we're gonna be learning how to co-stream without being a Twitch partner. Um, as you guys probably know by now, that there's this thing called co-streaming. Um, so what it is two people are playing a multiplayer game, and they want to interact with each other while streaming their reactions to Twitch, and interacting with their oh, interacting with their audience. So uh, normally they would have to have a partnership with Twitch, meaning they have to have like 100 followers and so many hours of views and people watching them almost constantly to get that. And if you're a big person doing this, that's fine. Uh, Twitch has a way to do it. Um, but in the way I'm going to show you is you're going to be bringing the person or whoever um, into your stream and having them have their own either webcam or whatever go into yours, so you can like be sitting side by side with someone on stream, even though you're not in the same room, or same house, or they're halfway around the world. So let's get started with this. So nope, nope, nope. There we go. So one of the things I want to let's pop this down. One of the things I want to do now is show you OBS Ninja. This is how we're gonna do it. So this is a web-based application that pulls all your video feeds from your cameras, or whatever camera you decide to, and bring it to a server, have the same video feeds go in from from the rest of the places, from your friends, and then you can pull out of it whatever you want. So there's several ways to do this. So you got your creator room, which allows one person to basically invite a whole bunch of other people into the room, and it's like a video call. It's like a video call for everyone, and you can pull each individual feed out and throw it into OBS in whatever way you want to. So, that's that one. Add your camera to OBS. That's just pulling the pulling from your video feed to a server and then plopping it in as a browser source on your OBS. Remote share screen into OBS, that's the same thing. It's just going to take a screen share of your screen and throw it into OBS. Create usable invite. This is for if people want to stream with one person and have them pull in their data. You can't. This one is not recommended by me. Even if you don't have to set anything else up again, because this one you'd have to tweak some stuff in OBS, and so you can hear it through OBS. I prefer the creator room scenario, so that way, even if you have to manually change the web address every time, it makes it so that way you're in a separate chat room with them, so you can feed that through independently to your headphones or heads or whatever speaker setup you got. So that way it doesn't affect OBS too much. But yeah. So let's go with, we're gonna create a room. So you're gonna put, it's gonna create a room. It's a one-time room use. If you try and re-enter it using the same thing and password, it'll be a different room. The rooms are not saved. They are not, after the stream's done, it's basically over. Even if the stream isn't done, if you click off this page, this is the one flaw that they have. If you click off of this create a room, once you create the room, if you click off of it, you no longer have access to that room. You have to start again. So that's one of the negatives. So we're gonna enter the stream. We're gonna call it Elaine. Then we're gonna call it password. Okay. No. Dodo. Okay, we're going with that one instead. There. 978. There we go. And it'll tell you if it's incorrect or whatever. If the password's not secure or not. You need to have what? Oh. Yeah, it takes a minute for the other thing is it's web-based, so it's going to be slower than like an application, like a normal application would be. The next thing is guests can see the director's video. Director also be a performer. So this means you're the director, whoever creates the room. The director is basically you. I would say no to that. I would create a separate tab for yourself, because this will pull your video camera and stuff into it from here as the director. I would just say no, just leave the director space just for yourself, just for doing things in here. You're gonna want to be a performer. Performer meaning the video goes into the server and you can pull it out. So we're gonna, guests can only see the director's video. No, you don't want to click on that, because if you have multiple guests, you want to have them see everyone else that's in the call, basically. So you don't want to click on that. For video codec, this is basically what your computer will default to when it's uploading its video feed. You don't want to mess with this. So we're just going to click enter room. Now, it's very simple, as you can see. We got invite a guest. It has the room right here in there. So we're going to actually do this. We're going to copy this link. It copies to clipboard. I am actually going to send this to myself. I'm getting way ahead of myself. So we got invite a guest and capture a group scene. Use OBS in Studio to view the cord. So we want to copy this link to invite a guest. This is just going to be what you put in for your for the call. So if you have more than one person, it's going to act like if you've been on a Zoom call, WebEx call, it's going to put the face of whoever's talking up front. So that could be used for that. I'm going to I copied the link already. I'm going to throw it into an instant messenger that I own. Whoop. And we're going to use my phone as another source of a video feed, because right now, if you have OBS open already and you're recording, your camera cannot duplicate the signal going from OBS and have it also transfer over to the OBS Ninja. You need to decide on if you want this, you want yourself in this, in OBS, displaying yourself, and also in a call with someone else, so they can use your picture at the same time. You'll have to put yourself in as a guest, so that way you're gonna pull your feed out, and your Twitch partner or whoever else you're co-streaming with, your co-streamer, can also pull your face or your video feed out too. Now, this works for all video feeds, including video feeds that are like for VTubers and stuff. This will work the same way. It's just you have to choose the camera that's what's it now? You have to choose the camera, the digital camera, or the virtual camera, what they say, that's displaying your VTuber or your other thing, so that way your other people can grab it, your co-streamers can grab it. So now I'm gonna click on, we're gonna add a guest. We're gonna add myself. Okay, so when it comes in, oh man, let's add ourselves in really quick too, so that way I can show you what the experience is. Oop, there we go. So when we do this, we're gonna get a please enter the password below. So we're gonna, what was the password? Dodo. And then it's gonna ask you to join with the camera, or join screen share with room. So normally what you do for co-stream is you join with your camera. You're gonna choose, you can decide whether or not to have audio input. You also want to allow this. Again, this is a web-based application. Access timeout. Did you accept camera permissions? Yes, I did. So, yeah, that's fine. We're going to do OBS virtual camera. That's fine. So, we're going to start with that. So, like in any Zoom call, if you just do that, we're going to start virtual camera. Oh, and we are going into infinite space right now. Blech. So, now that you can see, whoa, I put OBS as my virtual camera. So whatever I'm streaming is going to be broadcast to everyone else. This is something you can do, but right now I want to deal with we're gonna do with just cameras, because I'm actually doing this with someone else. Ooh, wow, that's bad. It's not good. Okay, so now I'm gonna start the other feed. And we're gonna have to be super okay. So now I had to mute the other thing. So what you're seeing now here on the right, that one is my camera from my phone. So you can literally have another person call in. It's exactly like a Zoom call. And you can use this. You can use this tab here. We're gonna copy this to clipboard. We're gonna bring this down, and we're gonna add it to our feed really quickly. Source. We're gonna add it as a browser. So this is how you add it as a thing. Add to browser. Create new. I'm gonna label it OBS Ninja. Now what you want to do is insert your URL here that you copied. It's going to be 1920 by 1080. We want to control the audio via OBS, so that way we don't have to so that way we have what's it now? What am I doing? We can control it individually, so like if someone's shouting or doing something else, we can do that. Shut down when not visible. Yeah, obviously. That's what you got to do with all your browsers. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. So, yep. Very good with that. And now we have our thing. So I'm going to move this out the way. So now you can see that I have, well, basically OBS in one half of the screen, and the other part is my cell phone. So we're gonna. Woo. So that's pretty good. Okay, so now that was just the same thing as as what we were doing here with this main camera, like the Twitch kind of setup. Oh. And now I'm having double the feed because I have OBS Ninja, or yeah, I have it broadcasting from my mic. Mics can go into two places, which is kind of weird that webcams can't. But yeah, that will also trigger your mic as well. So you might not want to do this setup for a lot of the streams. Most of the time, you're just co-streaming with either one other person. So there's also a way to do that. So we're gonna go back to the this page right here, and as you can see two different feeds, the left and the right. This one is from my main computer, the left side, and the right side is from my cell phone, which would be presumably the other streamer that we're going to be dealing with. So we can do this by, we can add just the picture and the sound and the volume from the one source, my phone, this thing right here, by just clicking copy solo link. Now we're going to go back into the stream, or yeah, OBS, sorry, and we're going to go to OBS Ninja. We're going to double click on that. We're just going to change the URL. Everything will remain the same. If you set this up, same thing applies. 1920, 1080, control audio via OBS, shut down when not visible, so it doesn't continuously stream to your computer and use up your resources. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. That's also needed because it's a web page that's broadcasting your face and everything else. So we're going to do that. It's going to take a second, but there, it pops up. So we are now... Alright, there we go. You can see we now have the ability to just have that one extra thing there. So another thing this could be good for is if you have a multiple camera setup and you're just using your cell phone, or you know, an old laptop or something, and you have multiple things around the room. You can place them around the room, and you can use this to basically have multiple streams going on, or multiple camera angles. So you can, you know, have one up in the ceiling, have one somewhere else, and it doesn't need to be connected directly to your computer. That's a great thing. So the only problem is there's a little bit of lag, just a little. It's not that bad, but again, it's going through the internet to a server, and then back to your computer. So there is going to be some difference, and it will eat up your bandwidth. So heads up there. But if you're a streamer, you should. Normal internet's fine. I don't have anything too ridiculous. I don't have fiber, and it's still working fairly good right now. I'm still in the green. I still don't have, what's my drop frame rate? 60 FPS. I don't know. I didn't put drop frame rates, but I'm all in the green with my stream. So, yeah. Anyways, so this is how you do it. So every time, again, this room will not be here every single time. You're going to have to create this again. You're going to have to click on the copy solo link each time. And if your friends want to have a solo link, they'll have to ask you for it. You DM them or direct message or insta message them the link, and they can click on it and see it, and they can use it for themselves until your co-stream's done. So that way that they can grab your camera angle and you can grab theirs. But again, you can't be using your camera for OBS during this thing or for anything else stream related. Again, if you're a VTuber, that doesn't matter because you're using a virtual camera. You're using your camera to send it to a program to virtualize your face and whatnot, to track your face and stuff, and then that sends out a virtual camera signal. So you got to know what kind of camera you're looking for. Because let's see if I can pop this up. No, I can't. I don't have it installed on this one. But yeah, just kind of like what I did with this one here. Camera. Oh, nope. And you have complete control here, so you can turn your sound off and on, your microphone on and off, your sound to the call on and off. So if you wanted to get rid of like this thing for right now, in the background, it will be produced in your desktop audio. So, like, you gotta be warned. I gotta warn you that it will bleed through if you're using desktop audio. So you might want to specifically. That's why we did the OBS Ninja display as a, what is it now? What was the properties called? That's why we had it as a control via audio out, or whatever it is, for the browser. So that way we don't have to have that. But you gotta have this up and running you gotta have this running in the background. Again, it's a web browser, so it's not gonna be too strenuous on any computer. That's why I like it. Basic computers can run this no matter what. What else am I looking for? Like I said, you're going to have to redo this every single time, but it's worth it if you're co-streaming. What are you going to do? Streams usually last, 2, 3, maybe 4 hours a day, and you don't normally co-stream too much. If you're using this as a setup for, like I said before, if you're going to try with different camera angles, you're going to have to do another thing on here. So we're going to abandon this for right now. We're going to OBS Ninja. We're going to open up OBS Ninja again. And we're going to create a reusable invite. This is the one you want to use if you're going to be doing this over and over again. This one, you might have issues. It had issues before with me with sound, but from what I can tell, it's very good. So the problem with the reusable invite is that it's not a room. It's just a link to your source. You can't talk with it. Well, you can talk to it, but it can't hear you. You won't be able to pull in any other information from them. So this is why I said that this is not good for if you're doing a setup with a group setup like this, where you co-streaming, because you want your partner to pull in your information, and you want your partner, or you want to pull in their information. But yeah, so back here, give this media source a name. So this is just a media source. This is literally like plugging in a camera. Well, basically it's plugging in a camera in the sense that the camera doesn't know what it's looking at, doesn't know what it's hearing. It can't hear you if your friend's in a far off place, and so it's basically alone. This is only to pull information from. So we're gonna do this. To generate link. Okay, so you can enable some HD stereo, force better codecs on it, force default microphone, yada yada yada. You can generate a password, which is what I suggest you do, but because of today being what it is, we are gonna just add the guest to a room. So you can add it to a room, but the rooms disappear. That's the problem. Once you click out of this, there is no way getting back into it. So that's the problem. If you wanted this to be permanent, you wouldn't add it to a room. You just generate the link. It gives you a URL and a I forget what these pictures are called. I forget what these pictures are called, but it generates one of these for you, so you can just literally put your camera up to it and grab it. So this is more for a phone. So I'm gonna end this call on this one, and we're gonna grab this one. Come on. Oh, you don't recognize it as a... Huh. Well, that's the problem with my older phone. It doesn't recognize those pictures as actual link codes and stuff. So, we're gonna do the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna use Instant Messenger. Whee! So... Yep. Oh, because I exited out, you see that my, the group member, or whatever it is, was dropped. So it's just me in here in this group. So this gives you... The top one is that gives you, it gives you the link to the guest, which is what I'm going to grab right now. And then it gives you, on the lower end, it gives you the link for your source browser. Share my camera. Alright. And we're going to do that right there. So we're going to pull it in here. We're going to use the same thing. We're just going to change the link. Again, everything is 1920 by 1080. Control via OBS. Hit OK. And it should pop up. Oh, no, I didn't click the right one. It's got to copy this one. Hey, there we go. Yep. Woo! Woo! Alright, so, yeah, this is just, it. I can't hear anything from my phone. Um, let's see if I can pop open Logitech. How we doing here? Alright. Logitech, we are gonna unlock you. Don't make me regret that. So, right now, oh man. Yep, you're seeing my camera as is. And then it should. Okay, so this one's me on the left. On the wait, okay, on the left is my camera. My telephone. Okay, so the one on the left is my telephone. It's looking at my camera. My camera's looking at it, and so you get to see kind of like what it looks like. Ooh. From here. So you can see the app, or the not the app, the web page right here, and it all runs on a web page. It runs on a phone, great. So yeah, we are basically done. But there's no way to pull sound out of the phone. That's the problem. Um, it only goes into the phone and to your stream. So if I do that, unmute myself from here. All right. You can hear like the echo probably on your end. And that's because I have both OBS Ninja. Okay, let's bring this back over actually. This is actually a good demonstrating point. So right now I have, oh man, okay, so let's see if I can move my big head out the way. So right there we have our audio mixer. Okay, so our normal one is the professional mixer from my computer. It's this thing. And then OBS Ninja is the thing that we pulled. So if I do this, it's getting both of them from my phone, right there. And the mixer is also doing an input. And you can tell the delay because of the echo. Let's turn that off right now because of that. So right now I'm just going through my phone. This is through my phone audio. It sucks, I know. It's not the best, but you can see that you can hear that it's pretty good for what it is. And this will work for basically all phones. iPhone, Android, as long as you run Chrome. The Chrome app. I think it also, it might also be compatible with Safari, I'm not sure. But this is a very powerful tool in co-streaming. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on with it, what this tech was, or not this tech, but this piece of technology. Well, it is a piece of technology, I'll give it that. There's a server running somewhere, pulling all this information. But yeah, you can co-stream now with this knowledge without having to pay for either a streaming service or to get platinum on your Twitch membership or whatever else you got to do in order to actually have the ability to co-stream. With this, it'll allow you to do whatever you want. Another tool in your bag for streaming. It's that simple. So anyways, I thought I'd bring this up to you guys. I learned about it. I've used it on streams at my job. So, hey, it works. So, the only problem is that uh, rooms are not, um, rooms are not steady. Once you exit out of this, you can't get back into it. Even if you have the same name and password, it'll generate a whole new, it'll generate a whole new room for you. And that just sucks. So, when you're doing this, be careful when you click on stuff, and remember to always keep the control room active. Um, but other than that, I think we're pretty good. So, with that, let's see if we can intro camera. Nope, it does not like me when I do that. So, anyways, have a nice day, and I guess I'll see you guys next time with some more tips on OBS. Alright, bye.